Chris, great to see you. Launch day is finally here, the worst kept secret in boxing, I think, but it's a relief for all of us that we can talk about it now. You're going to headline the first event at Wembley Arena. How excited are you to be back? How excited are you to be part of this?
Very excited. You know, this is going to be a hell of a ride. You know, and it's kind of like history repeating itself with my old man, who, you know, kind of started the boxing journey, I don't know, 25, 26 years ago with Sky Sports, and you know, now I'm launching this, you know, this new path, this new generation of boxing. It's going to be really fun.
I don't know about your future plans, but do you see this as the start of the most important part of your career? This is the start of the run towards the huge fights, the biggest names in the sport?
Yes, this is, you know, this is it. You know, this is my last kind of few years to make these fights happen. And there's a lot of big names out there, and now we have the biggest platform in the UK to showcase these fights.
Yeah, I mean, we've had some good fights with you already. The start of the comeback, I want to make sure I get this right. It's Sven Elbir. What do you know about your opponent?
18 wins, 1 loss. Strong, rugged, a good fighter to, you know, to start things off with. I got COVID pretty bad not too long ago, and you know, this is the right fight to start things off with, and I'm expecting him to come in there and really bring it to me.
It's been such a, sorry to cut you off, but it's been such a worry. You're fully recovered from COVID now. How much of an effect did it have on you?
Yeah, I mean, I couldn't train. You know, it was tough. It was a rough one, and you know, I'm sure I will feel some of the effects of that. You know, leading up to this fight, maybe even in the ring. But you know, I'm confident that I'll be able to perform, and like I said, this is the perfect opponent to do that with.
How's things with Roy Jones Jr.? It's still part of the relatively early part of that relationship. Obviously, we saw sparks of what you've been working on against Marcus Morrison. Is that fair enough? Is that too harsh? Elements that you've been working on behind closed doors. I'm sure that you two want to show us more. But how is the relationship going?
Amazing. Me and Roy are we work great together. Learning every day, even at the age of 31, and yeah, you know, you guys saw a little taster of things to come with my fight against Marcus Morrison, but there is a lot more, and you know, as each fight comes, you guys are going to just, you know, you're going to see more and more improvements, more and more new things that you maybe haven't seen from me in the past, and yeah, October 2nd, here we come.
It's a serious business, and you're incredibly grounded. But one of the things from that last bubble was every time I saw Roy Jones Jr., I was like, God, it's Roy Jones Jr. Did you have that at all the first time you worked with him? Is that worn off? I mean, I suppose you can't have it with your trainer. You can't be in awe of your trainer. But, I mean, he is one of the best to ever do it.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't know what to expect when I first showed up at his farm, you know, at the beginning of last year. You know, I thought I'd come there and, you know, I'd hit the bags for 5 rounds and shadow box and skip, and then I'll see you tomorrow. Like, that was kind of what I was expecting, you know, because someone like Roy Jones, a legend, you don't think he's going to give you the time. I was completely wrong. You know, he was on me 100% from the minute I walked in that gym. Do this, do that. Focus on this, work on that, we're going to do this, we're going to do that drill, we're going to do this. And I was just amazed. And I knew after that first day, this is the guy I need to spend the rest of my time here with.
Do you think deep down you need that? You need someone that's going to drill you like that, that's going to say, you do it my way, and you muck in, or you don't last. And I suppose...
I mean, I've never had that. I've kind of been, for most of my career, I was left to my own devices. You know, I'm responsible, I'm dedicated, so I was able to make that work. Some guys need constant pressure, reminders, wake up, do this, run there, hit the bags for this many rounds. I never really needed that. I was always going to do it regardless. But having someone there to kind of to schedule and to mesh everything together in the right way it's been amazing. And yeah, everything has worked out, more than way better than what I expected.
You obviously think that this is a partnership that's going to take you to where you want to go. So before I let you go, I just kind of want to put some meat on the bones of the journey and the opponents you think you're going to have to face to get there. The one that I saw released yesterday, which is one of the ones we have been talking about, is this Gennady Golovkin fight. Would you say, I don't want to put words in your mouth, but would you say that that still remains your number one priority?
I would say so. Number one, Gennady Golovkin, just for the fact that he is, he's a world champion in my weight division, in the middleweight division. He's the biggest name. That fight, it could have been made a couple of years back. It didn't happen, and now we have an opportunity to get that fight made. So here we come. We're gonna get this done within the next 6 months.
I think when that was, not when it was first announced, but certainly recently when that fight's been mentioned, there are still people raising the eyes that would say, he is still Gennady Golovkin, he is still fearsome puncher. Yes, every day that passes he gets slightly older and he's at the later part of his career, but in terms of styles, that fans will sit up in their chairs for that, because it would be yourself with the work rate, with the punch output, with punch power yourself against probably one of the greatest middleweight champions of the modern era.
That's the thing, styles make fights, and it couldn't be anything but an epic fight between me and Gennady Golovkin. Just for the pure fact that I do throw non-stop punches and he doesn't fight going backwards. So those two styles clashing is just, what more do you want as a fight fan? You see a lot of these guys today kind of, they're in the fights and they're just looking to survive and not get hurt, and they're running and dancing around the ring, they're not getting into it. Me and him would get straight into it, and that's what the fight fans want to see.